Hey, how's it going? This is Josh from Books by Josh. Today's video I'm answering a couple questions posed to me by readers of booksbyjosh.com. So let's get started. The first question comes to me, says, out of all the career paths you could have chosen, why choose to walk the path of a writer? Well, as most of you guys know, I have a background in computer science and mathematics. But I always enjoyed writing and reading. So, even though I enjoyed writing and reading, never considered it a career path until recently when I started fully working on my book. But my old jobs, I never felt them to be a career, more of a temporary job until my books started selling. Next question. What books did I enjoy when I was growing up? Well, I read everything from R.L. Stine's Goosebumps to Harry Potter, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but I always loved mystery novels. Can't tell you how much I love reading The Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. And that answers the next question. Did any of the books influence me writing Private Eye? And the answer is yes, Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, because Private Eye is a modern take on the classic buddy detective novel. So, about the book, Jason Strick and Ryan Barnes are best friends who ended up opening up a detective agency together named Private Eye, hence the name. But, there's only one thing. The New York's hottest detective, they're always in demand, so much that they actually moved their office to Manhattan, to a skyscraper. And guess what? They solve every case that comes their way. Till one day, Jessica Holmes walks in. She seems like a regular client. A case that should have been a walk in the park turns into something more. And if Jason and Ryan fail to solve this case, they could lose everything. Like I said, modern take on the Hardy Boys, a little bit more dark, but hey, it's 2017. Last question. Are any of the characters in the book related to real life people? So the answer is yes and no. Yes, because some of the names are derived of people I know and people I've worked with in the past, but then again, they're the polar opposite. One example is my brother Jose. He's mentioned in the book, but yet he's different than he is in real life. Jose in the book is more shy, outspoken. If you met my brother in real life, he's nothing like that. Trust me, he's the life of the party. So, the next question is there going to be more adventures of Jason Streak? And the answer is yes. Jason Streak will return. I plan on making this a series such as the Hardy Boys were, because these characters mean a lot to me. What lessons did I learn while writing this book? First lesson, do the work. What do I mean by that? In the beginning, I started writing this book, but then I found out you can have somebody ghostwrite it. And from what I've seen online, YouTube videos, reading about it, saw the rage. It doesn't cost thousands of dollars, a couple $100, gets your book written. There's only one problem. It's not the same quality of a book that you write yourself. So I paid a substantial amount of money to get this done. After it was done, I read it. Read it literally in an hour. I'm a fast reader, but I was happy. But then I said, let me sleep on it. The next morning, I woke up, read it again, and I hate it. It was a waste of money, but it was a life lesson. The second lesson is plan. What do I mean by plan? So, planning is so important. We all know the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is so true. It's not even funny. I knew where this book was going to go. The beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay? The things gonna happen in between. I'm like, you know what? I have everything up here, so I'm gonna just write, and it's gonna come naturally. Problem was, it didn't. There was times I stared at the paper and I'm like, oh my god, what's that character's name? How's it spelled? They have character sheet. I didn't have no cheat sheets, nothing. Had to scroll through many pages to find the character I referenced 4 chapters ago. Didn't know how long I went there, how many words. It was a disaster, guys. Please learn from my mistake. Successful people learn from other people's mistakes, and this is one of my mistakes. I did not plan when I wrote this book. Next question. Most people lose motivation while writing or performing a certain task. What helped me stay motivated? Honestly, that was the hard part. Since I self-published this book, there's no editor on my back or anything. There's no deadline to meet. Okay, I have nothing to financially lose if I don't release this book on time. Okay, I would sit there and just look at the paper and not do anything. I will become easily distracted. I'll go on Facebook, I'll start texting, anything. It's hard. Okay, from most of you guys out there, you know it's hard. We're all brought up as employees. We get told what days we work, what times we work. Okay, I get told what to do. Here's the agenda. I have customers, you understand? I have direction. When you're doing everything yourself, you have no direction. So, it was hard, but in the end, I sat there and I actually did it because I had the will to do it. I wanted to finish this book. Okay? I wrote for multiple days in a row, a week and a half at the end, for over 14 hours. Some days 16, some days 18 hours straight. Okay? In front of a computer screen. Almost no sleep, but guess what? I got the job done. So, that brings us to the next question. What did I learn from self-publishing? If I said writing's hard, self-publishing is just as hard, if not hard. Of course, you get more royalties. The only problem is, you're everything. You're the writer, of course. You're also the editor, unless you outsource, which costs money. You also are the promoter of the book. You're also the advertiser. You're also the designer of the cover and the back cover. You have to find people to do this. You don't have a team behind you. You have to make that team. You're in charge of everything. The success or failure of the book is so reliant on your ability. Which some people might say, oh my god, no, that sounds like too much work. Hey, success isn't easy, you know? Next question here we have. What's one thing, if anything, that you can tell young writers and aspiring authors out there? Finish what you start. Listen, everybody says don't give up this and that. That's all fine and dandy. Yeah, you can say I'm writing a book. You know, I was one of those people. For the past 10 years, I've been telling people, yeah, I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book. 10 years, they're like, where's the book? Everybody lost faith. You know, they're like, yeah, okay. I wasn't giving up. I just wasn't producing. I wasn't finishing what I started. Let me ask you a question. You start cooking and you stop halfway. You really think you can eat that food and be alright? No. You have to finish cooking before you can eat the food. Okay? To see the fruits of your labor, you have to put in the work and finish it. You can't just leave something half done and expect everybody to love it. No. You have to finish where you start, guys. And like I said, I regret not finishing this sooner. 10 years of my life. And I could publish so many more books. I made thousands of more videos for you guys, man. So, the last question I have here is to talk about my upcoming book. Like I said, there's 2 books. The next book is a book that I hold dear to my heart because it's a book about life. What do I mean by life? I'm talking about a phone call. The name of the book is Phone Call, and the subtitle for the book is One Phone Call Can Change Your Life. Do you know why? Because that's what happens to Drake Hunter. Drake Hunter is a big shot in his own head. No, he goes to a bar, he buys everybody drinks, this and that. He can get any woman he wants. He's already in a relationship, but of course he still uses all the acting and everything. But all that's about to change because of one phone call. His ex-girlfriend, for over 5 years, passes away, and she leaves him something in her will. It's not just something materialistic. It's a daughter, his daughter, that he never knew he had. So now his whole life changes to accommodate her. It's his journey from his current mindset to that of an adult, of a parent. Like always, Murphy's Law happens. What can happen will happen, and life ensues. So imagine that. But I enjoy writing it, and I hope you enjoy reading it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to comment in the comment below. Also, like always, the links are in the description. So for Facebook, it's down there, Twitter, even my site, guys. Come on, booksbyjosh.com. If you don't know it, I think you should write it down. It's an easy name. And also, I have my Patreon link in case you want to donate something with a monthly subscription to us. You don't have to, feel free to. And of course, the Amazon book link is in the description. So like always, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.